Hi guys, I am back with another hour of the pronunciation class that we just finished. So for all the students who had fun and who'd like to join me again, now it is a good time. We have Judith.
Hi.
Judith was in my last class and she is now in this class as well. So Judith, I'm assuming you had fun?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah? That's awesome. So all the students who join me again, I'm going to assign you the same documents that you had in the last class. All right. So Judith, what document are you?
5.
Perfect. All right. So Judith is going to be document 5. All the new students that come or the students from the previous class who are not able to join, I'll be assigning you new documents. Okay. So we have Batty with us. Batty, you made a reservation and Norbert didn't. Norbert is left out. Norbert, we're laughing at you, Norbert.
Norbert, sorry, you know, Hina is very popular. You won't enter.
Okay, what is a standoff? So Best Miles is asking, what's a standoff? So a standoff is,
Like,
what are you doing here? What are you doing? Yeah, the standoff is like when you confront each other. So it's like, wait, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Wait, I got here first. You're not allowed to come here. Push, 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 push. This is a standoff. So Norbert goes like, Batty, what are you doing here? And Batty's like, you know. So that is called a standoff. So there was a standoff between Norbert and Batty in our chat. All right. So no,
Then
Norbert.
you will never enter to this class, Norbert.
So we have Ali from the first class. Hi, Ali. Welcome back. So we have Ali and we have Ali. We have two Alis with different spelling. All right. So and we have Norbert and we have Raphael and we have Best Miles and Blanca. We have pretty much almost the same people who were in the last class. So welcome everyone.
Blanca!
Man, now there's like 3 girls. I've never had so many girls in class. Awesome. All right. So welcome everyone. I'm assuming, okay, so everybody was in the last class. At least most of you were in the last class. For those of you who were not in the last class, I'm going to assign you new documents. So do most of you know what we're doing? So Blanca, Furkan, Batty, do you guys are you aware of what we're doing in class today?
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay, that's okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I have assigned everybody in class a document, all right? So let me show you where these documents are. So Blanca, Furkan, and Batty and Ali, just watch my screen. Ali, I'm muting you because there's noise coming from your microphone, okay? So do you want to put on headphones or you want to move to an area that's not so noisy? Because it's very noisy and it's very distracting. All right, guys, so here, let me freeze it on my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, okay. So, just give me a minute. Okay, so you guys need to go to the Verbling main page right here. Oh, look, that's me. Yay! Okay, and you need to go down, and it says class material. Can you see it? Class material? Yeah? Can everybody see it? Okay, so these are the documents that I am assigning everyone. So each one of you is going to have your own unique document. So people who were in the last class already have a document assigned. So for all the new students, I'm going to give you your new documents, all right? So Ali, so let's start. Ali, so Ali Al-Ahmed. Ali Al-Ahmed.
Yes.
Yes, what? So Ali was in the last class. Ali, which document are you?
The first one.
Yeah, so Ali is the first document. And then Best Miles. Best Miles, which document are you?
2.
That's my document 2. Batty? Batty, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
3.
Yeah. Exactly. Batty is going to be D3. So Batty, just open D3. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. And next we have Blanca. Blanca! Can you hear me, Blanca?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, but Blanca, you are D4.
Before?
Okay? So you know where the documents are. You were watching my screen, right? I just showed you guys.
No, but I'm trying to find it.
But you know where it is, right? It's where the
Yes.
class description, class material. In class material, there's a document called D4. That is yours. That's what you're going to open and use.
I
Okay?
got it.
Perfect. Next we have Judith. Which one are you? Oh, you're muted, Judith. Sorry, you're muted. You need to unmute yourself.
Okay. Number 5 is my document.
Yes, Judith is number 5. And next we have Ali El Salid.
D6.
D6. Ali is D6. Norbert.
I am 007.
Where's your Bond girl? Do you guys know what a Bond girl is? Where's your Bond girl? She's usually a really
Who want
hot
to
girl.
be my Bond girl?
It's like Judith. Judith's in Hungary, by the way. Judith, you wanna be the Bond girl? You kind of
She has a family. She has a
Yeah.
family.
So Norbert doesn't want any baggage. And does anybody know what that means? Baggage. Okay? So Judith, you cannot be my Bond girl because you have kids. Like, I don't want a Bond girl with kids. So that is called bringing your baggage. Okay? So baggage is anything that so Norbert wants somebody who is free of baggage. Okay. So Norbert is 007. We also have Furkan. Hi Furkan. Welcome to class.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm fine too. So do you know where you have to find your document?
D8.
Perfect. Yes. I love it when you guys understand. I love it. Okay. So Furkan is D8 and Raphael, which one are you?
The best one, the ninth one.
The 9th one. Okay, perfect. So everyone has a document assigned. That's great. You guys rock. You guys rock my world. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. So, okay, and the document that we are using is going to be in Google Chat. So everybody knows how to access Google Chat, right? So I am posting the shared document in Google Chat. So Furkan, Blanca, and Batty, you guys need to open Google Chat. There's a shared document that has been posted there. All right. So for those of you who weren't watching, which basically 3 of you, what we're doing is I'm going to be pairing 2 students, and the 2 students are going to read. One student is going to read to the other student from their document, and you will have to listen to what the student is saying and write it down. I'm not going to spend too much time explaining it because you guys, I'm not gonna pair you guys who are new the first time. Let's start with people who were in class before, so you guys can watch them. And when you're comfortable and you know what's going on, then I'll get you to participate as well. But I just want to say, can everybody please keep their microphones muted? Furkan, there's like a lot of breathing noise coming from your microphone, so I muted you. So if you're not talking or if you don't have anything to say, please keep yourself muted. If you have a question or you want to talk, you're more than welcome to unmute yourself. Okay? All right?
Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. So let's start. So in our last class, we had a few people who spoke and a few people who wrote. So today, in this class, what we're going to do is let's get Ali, A-L. So you know what? Let's pair the 2 Alis together.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm so mean. So Ali Ahmed and Ali
Oh, yes.
El Salid. Okay? Ali Ahmed and Ali El Salid. You guys are going are together. So Ali Ahmed,
Yes.
you are writing. Okay?
Okay.
So Ali Ahmed is going to be writing on the shared Google document. So Norbert has already put a new number 1. So he's drawn a line and he's put number 1. That's for the new class. So Ali is going to read to Ali El Salid. So Ali El Salid, Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're okay. Sorry. So Ali Ahmed is writing. Sorry, Ali Ahmed is writing, and Ali Al Salid is reading. So Ali, open your document, which is document 6, and you are going to read the first phrase from it to Ali Ahmed.
I will start.
Okay. So whenever you guys are ready, you can talk to each other, and you can start. Okay.
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 Okay. So go ahead.
Yes, I'm ready.
John's mom told him his room was a biggest.
Pigsty.
No,
Pig-
again.
Pigsty.
Again.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
He
Again.
wasn't
John's
allowed.
mom told him
His room was a biggest.
his
He
room
was a biggest.
Just write whatever you hear. So just write whatever you hear. So John's mom told him his room was a pigsty.
He wasn't allowed to go out.
wait. Was a big
Was a
big-
pigsty. Pigsty. Yeah, just that's fine.
anyway.
He wasn't allowed to go out.
Yes.
To play until he cleaned it.
Until he clean it.
He cleaned it.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to repeat it one more time, Ali, and then Ali can see if he got everything.
Okay. John's mom told him his room was a biggest. He wasn't allowed to go out to play until he cleaned it.
Perfect. Thank you, Ali. We're going to work on your pronunciation a little bit, all right? So what are some of the errors? So Ali Ahmed, very well done. I mean, you understood everything perfectly, all right? So, but there are a couple of errors. What are some errors?
Yes.
Who would like to edit?
John.
Yeah, exactly. So let me just write this. Okay, so we'll
And
come
hello.
allowed. Wasn't allowed. No, it was actually correct. It was allowed. Yeah, sorry. It was allowed. Okay. What else? Any other errors? Until has one L. Okay. Until does not have two L's. In some parts of the world, people write until as this, but this is wrong. Okay. It's until. One L always. Okay. So John. So what you wrote, Ali, was Joan. Okay. So let's
okay.
see this again. Okay. So John, we covered this in the last plan. John and Joan. Okay. When you say John, your mouth is wider. When you say Joan. Can everybody say that for me? Joan.
John.
Yeah.
Joan.
And now say John. John. Exactly. So John and Joan.
It's like John.
It's like John.
John. Okay.
Yeah. So John, the name John, and Joan, two different names. All right. So John. So let's read the rest of the sentence again. So John's mom told him his room was a pigsty. That is the word, pigsty. Okay. So it was very good effort on your part, Ali. Okay. He wasn't allowed to go out to play until he cleaned it. Okay. So, and that's okay. So, Ali, now, the words that you said, and I know that this is because, do you speak Arabic, Ali? Ali.
Yes.
Ali, okay. So, Ali, you speak Arabic. I know in Arabic there is no P sound, but you have to make an effort to make the P sound, because in English, P and B are different letters. So P is when you put your lips together tightly. P, pa. Okay? Can you say P for me, Ali? P. Now B is B. So it's, you don't have to press your lips together that tightly. B. All right. So like B and P. Okay. And you have to kind of have to push it out. P. So when you say all the words with P, they sound like you're saying it with B. So for example, when you said pigsty, it sounded like bigsty. Okay. So John's mom told him his room was a pigsty. He wasn't allowed to go out to play. You said play. All right?
Play.
Yeah, play. Pa. Can you say it again? Pa, play.
Play.
Play, exactly. So he wasn't allowed to go out to play until he cleaned it. Okay? So what is our idiom here?
His room was.
To be a pigsty, yeah. So a person can be a pigsty or a room can be a pigsty. What does that mean, to be a pigsty?
Mess.
Very dirty.
Yeah, very untidy, okay? To be untidy, which is basically to be dirty or disorganized, okay? So John's mom told him his room was a pigsty. So his room was dirty and untidy and it was disorganized. He wasn't allowed to go out to play until he cleaned it. Tidy. What does it mean to be untidy?
Not clean.
Not clean. Untidy actually means to be disorganized. So for example, if your hair is open and it's like really bad and your clothes are torn and your shoes are torn and there's like mud and dirt on your face, then you're untidy. So you're not clean, okay? It doesn't necessarily, messy, exactly. Another way to describe untidy is messy, all right? So what's the opposite of untidy?
Tidy.
Tidy, exactly, tidy. Messy, to make a mess, to make a mess. Mess is to make like throw garbage everywhere or throw clothes everywhere. That's a mess. That's when stuff is not organized, okay? So tidy is to be clean. Untidy is to be messy, dirty, disorganized, basically unclean, okay? Any other questions? So very well done, Ali and Ali. Just make sure that, I know a lot of people who speak Arabic, the P sound is not, there is no P in Arabic, but you guys have to make an effort to say it because in English, P and B are different letters. Okay? Perfect.
Help.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
When we had to use, what's the difference between and till?
Sorry, what did you say?
What's the difference between until and the word till?
Okay. All right. So let me.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand what you said. So, I will love you till the end of time, for example. Okay. I will love you. Now, what is the spelling of till in this case? T-I-L-L. Till the end of time. Okay. All right, I will love, not live. I will love you till the end of time. Okay, so it means pretty much the same thing as until. All right, until, right? But you will say until. It pretty much means the same thing. It's basically when, like, depending on your sentence when you're saying it. Now, in this sentence, he wasn't allowed to go out to play till he cleaned his room. Okay? You could technically say till he cleaned his room as well, but you would have to say till. A lot of students, they mix the two. So they put until as until, but both the words mean basically the same thing. To an English learner or to a native English speaker, it's not very clear either when you use until and till, but they both mean the same thing. But you guys have to be careful. Until is a single L. Till is two L's. Okay? So depending on which one you're using, make sure you write the right spelling because this is not a word. Not a word. T-I-L is not a word. T-I-L-L is a word.
Could until has a little bit restricted meaning?
Yeah, I mean, there are different scenarios to use until and till. It's like I said, it's an advanced concept to kind of teach. And until, you're right, it's more restricted. All right. right?
And if I
Yeah.
spell like this, isn't it proper? Sorry, my
Which?
chat isn't work. Just a
Oh,
moment.
Google Chat. Okay, let me see. Till. Oh, okay.
It's a short
that's
one.
that's a contraction. Yeah. So a contraction TIL. Yeah, you see this in Old English. Okay. So in British English and Old English, for example, in Shakespeare's plays, he writes it like this. All right. So he also writes this, tis. All right. That means this. Okay. Tis not be true, my love. All right. So these contractions are more used for Old English. All right. We don't use it that commonly unless you're talking about someone who actually speaks like this, like until, like for example, when you use your phonetics like that. This you will see mostly in Old or like British English. Not and I don't want to like teach a class on it because I'm not too familiar myself. Also, till and until, I would say they mean the exact same thing. It's just you have to decide which one you want to use, right? Till or until. This UNTILL, this is not a word. A lot of people, they mix the two. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm assuming if there's no more questions, then let's move on. So we have Blanca. Blanca!
Okay.
All right, so we have Blanca. Blanca, you're going to write.
Okay.
Okay, Blanca is going to write. And who would like to read?
Me.
Who is me?
Maddie.
Okay, all right.
Oh my god.
When you guys say me, I'm looking at a paper and I don't hear anything. Okay, so
Actually, you, Patty.
okay, so Blanca is going to write, and Batty is going to read. Okay, Blanca. So Batty, you have document 3, Batty. So you are going to read the first one from document 3 to Blanca. Whenever you guys are ready, you can take it away. And I just wanted to say, I didn't say this at the start of class. I said it in the earlier class, that all those who are, when it's not your turn, for example, right now, Batty and Blanca are talking to each other. But when you are not writing, you should still be listening to what the person is saying and trying to write it down. Okay? Don't be like, oh, I'm not writing anything, so I don't have to pay attention in class. Don't be like that. Everybody should be listening and trying to write down on a piece of paper what the phrase is that is being said. Okay? So, Batty and Blanca, whenever you guys are ready, number 2.
Are you ready, Blanca?
Ready?
Okay. Our trip ended on a bad note.
Ended. Yes.
Could you repeat it?
Our trip ended in a on a bad note.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Batty.
The last day of travel, we got a flat tire.
Got. Okay.
Could you repeat?
Flat tire. We got a flat tire.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was
Flat
irritable.
tire?
Flat tire. And everyone was irritable and exhausted.
Exhausted. Can you say that again? Exhausted. Okay. Okay. So, Betty, can you say the entire phrase one more time for Blanca?
Okay. Our trip ended on a bad note. The last day of travel, we got a flat tire and everyone was irritable and exhausted.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Betty. All right. Blanca, do you want to fix up any punctuation or grammatical things here and there?
I added this letter here. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. All right. So does anybody want to make any edits to Blanca's statement? For those of you who were listening?
Tired is
Okay.
Isn't written with Y,
Okay.
the letter Y?
Okay. All right. So let's see. Tired. All right. I'm gonna say.
And it's not tired, but tire.
Okay. Yeah. Tire and tired. And no, tire is with an I. Tire. A car tire. A
Yes.
car tire. Yeah, it's with an I. Okay. Our trip ended on a bad note. Can you say that word again, baddie? One more time.
Note.
What's
Note.
the note? Note.
Mm-hmm.
Note. T. Exactly. Our trip
And
ended on a bad note. The
our
last.
trip with the A.
Mm-hmm. Our trip.
Yeah.
There is not a.
Yeah. Our trip. Perfect. Our trip ended on a bad note. The last day of travel, we got a flat tire. Not tired. Is there?
I added the at the end.
Sorry, what did you say?
I added the letter D at the end.
Oh, I have no. Wait, I don't know what you're saying. You added what at the end?
D. The D.
D. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The last time we got a flat tire, and everyone is irritable and exhausted. Is there a full stop here, guys?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. In English, we do not usually start sentences with and. Okay. So, and, but, and or, we do not start sentences with them. Okay? So it's very likely that if you are hearing the word and, it is part of the same sentence. It can be separated with a comma or a semicolon, but the chances that the sentence is starting with and are very rare. In formal English, we do not start sentences with and, but, or. Okay? So,
Okay.
all right. So our trip ended on a bad note. The last day of travel, we got a flat tire and everyone was irritable and exhausted. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Blanca. Baddie. I'm just gonna say,
Yep.
so there was a word. Can you say it again one more time? The whole phrase for me?
Okay. Our trip ended on a bad note. The last day of travel, we got a flat tire, and everyone was irritable and exhausted.
Exhausted. Okay, perfect. So I just wanna make sure when you guys say the word got, so got and get. All right. So the first time you said get. So get is get. So get got. All right. So get and got. So everybody got irritable and exhausted. All right. Thank you, Blanca. That was very well done. There were very few errors, if any at all. Okay. So let's see. Did I share my screen? All right. Okay. So our trip ended on a bad note. That is our idiom. What does it mean on a bad note?
Bad end.
Yeah, exactly. To have a bad or an unlucky end or conclusion. Okay? Okay? So on a bad note. So her last marriage ended on a bad note. So that means that when she got divorced, it was very ugly and messy and it was not a good divorce. Okay? So his university ended on a bad note. He probably failed the last semester or something. Okay? So when something goes okay all until the end. So this trip was pretty fun until the end, when everybody was so tired and irritable and exhausted. What is irritable? What does that mean?
In a bad mood.
In a bad mood. Yeah. What is being irritable? What does that sound like? Who can show me what being? Oh, okay. So, Judith, you have 2 kids. What do your kids sound like when they are irritable?
When they are too loud and they make too much noise.
Being irritable, this is what it means. Oh, are we there yet? When is the trip gonna end? I'm hungry. I want to go to the bathroom. Oh, this is so boring. All right. So when you're when you're easily pissed off, basically, it's like, oh, I hate everything and everyone. I am irritable. Okay. Now, irritable and irritated. What is the difference? Okay, what does that mean? Irritable and irritated. Okay, irritable is the person who is complaining all the time. Okay, like, oh my god, I don't want to be in this car. I'm like really sick of seeing the scenery. I haven't gone to the bathroom. I don't wanna eat this food. I am irritable. Okay. Now, if I had a mother, she would be irritated at me. She'd be like, why are you speaking like this? Just stop it. Stop talking. Ugh, my daughter is so dumb. Alright? So my mother is irritated at me because I am irritable. Okay? The person who is irritable is the person who is doing all the complaining. And the person who is irritated is the person who has to put up with this other person who's like, oh, you are just pissing me off. Just stop talking. All right? So that's the difference between irritable and being irritated. Okay? Basically, both the words mean a similar thing, but it depends on the context. Who is doing what and who's looking at the irritated person or the irritable person. Okay? Usually, we use irritable to describe kids. Kids are very easily irritable. They'll be like, Mommy, I want to go home, or Mommy, I want to eat chocolate, or Mommy, I don't want to eat this. These are irritable kids. And the irritated mother is like, I am so not going to adopt you again. I am unadopting you. You are not my child. Okay? All right. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
All right. So to end on a bad note, to have a bad or unlucky end or conclusion. Okay? Blanca, are you tired? I feel like you sounded a little tired right now.
No.
No?
What?
Okay, I was just wondering. Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying earlier because you were talking very lightly and it was hard for me to make out. So I thought you were just maybe tired. Sorry about that.
No, no problem.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So do you have any questions, Blanca?
No, it's all clear. Thank you.
Okay. Perfect. No worries. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. So everybody in class has had an opportunity to either read or write. So now you guys can tell me what you want to do next. Who would like to read?
Write.
Right? Okay, Norbert is going to write. And who would like to? Who said I want to read? It's not going to be
Raphael.
bad. Sorry, Raphael. Okay, Raphael. So Raphael has document 9. So Raphael, whenever you're ready, you can read to Norbert the first phrase from your document.
Are you ready, Norbert?
I am ready.
Okay, let's see. If you get a pool, you will be killing 2 birds with one stone.
I'm just going to say, Raphael, you have to read a little slower. That was too fast. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. And there's some noise coming from your microphone. Like I don't know. Actually, it's not Raphael. It's Ali. Okay, Ali and Ali. I'm gonna mute both you guys because there's noise coming and it's hard to hear what Raphael is saying. So sorry, Raphael. Yeah, you can start. Just make sure you read a little slow. That was way too fast. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
If you get a pool, you will be killing 2 birds with one stone.
Can you repeat again a little bit slower?
Yes, of course. If you get a pool, you will be killing 2 birds with one stone.
Okay.
Again and a little bit more slower.
Well, let's see. If you get a pool.
Okay, so sorry, Raphael. The first 4 words you're saying them very quickly. So I'm gonna help you say it slowly. All right. So if you get, sorry, there's like noise. If you get a pool, can you say them more clearly? If you get a pool.
If you get a pool.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
You will be killing 2 birds with one stone.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, you will have a place to exercise, doing laps, and your kids will have a place to play.
Can you repeat the second sentence?
Yeah. You will have a place to exercise, doing laps, and your kids will have a place to play.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, so Raphael, if you want to repeat the entire thing to Norbert once again, you can do that. And if Norbert, if you didn't get something, that's okay. We'll correct it together. So go ahead, Raphael.
Okay, if you get a pool, you will be killing two birds with one stone. You will have a place to exercise doing laps, and your kids will have a place to play.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, Raphael, that was very well done. It's just that the first few times you were speaking very, very fast, and your words, this sounded mumbled. Okay, that was the only issue.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's okay. So mumbled. So it was unclear. You were talking too fast. But after that, you slowed down, and it was good. Okay. So perfect.
Okay.
So Norbert, I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna push your sentence back. Oh, go ahead. You can do it too, Norbert.
No, I'm done.
Okay, perfect. So thank you, Norbert. That was actually you have, I think, just one error. So who would like to help Norbert out? What are the errors in his phrase?
Kill
Pool.
two.
You okay?
Yes.
You will be killing two birds with one stone. So this is the number 2, Norbert. Number 2.
I
not-
thought two in the first time, just it's a red line, and I thought it isn't correct.
Okay, no, this is the number 2 number. So how do you write number 2?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's okay. There we go. Okay. So if you get a pool,
With double O.
yeah, Pool, OOL. This is a swimming pool. Does everybody know?
Okay.
All right, a swimming pool. Yeah. If you get a pool, you will be killing two birds with one stone. You will have a place to exercise doing laps, and your kids will have a place to play. Perfect. That's very well done. And thank you, Raphael. Your pronunciation was clear once you started speaking a little slower. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, pool and pull. Okay? So pool. Can everybody say pool for me? Pool.
Pool.
And pull.
Pull.
Okay.
Pull.
When you say pull, your tongue touches the roof of your mouth. Pull. Okay. When you say pool, it only touches the roof of your mouth at the end. Pool. Okay. But when you say pull. Okay. So pool, pull. Your tongue has to touch the roof of your mouth to make the L sound. See? L. All right? So pool, pull. Okay? So when you get a pool, not when you get a pull. Okay? When you get a pool, if you get a pool, you will be killing two birds with one stone. You will have a place to exercise doing laps, and your kids will have a place to play. Perfect. That was very well done, Norbert. Thank you, Norbert, and thank you, Raphael. So what does it mean to kill two birds with one stone?
Do two things at the same time.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's exactly what it means. So kill two birds with one stone to accomplish two tasks by doing one. All right? So kill two birds with one stone. Accomplish a task by doing less work. Okay? Accomplish two tasks. Accomplish two tasks by doing less work. Okay, so who can give me an example of killing two birds with one stone? Okay, what else can you tell me about killing? Like what is one job that you can do in which you actually accomplish more work? Okay, you guys can think about it. That's okay. For all those who have jobs or who work, when is it that you're like, oh, you know what? I'm only going to do this one thing, and two things are going to be solved by it. Okay.
For example, you are photocopying something, and at the same time you are call someone.
Yeah.
You call someone.
All right, sure. That's actually called multitasking. Okay. Who knows what multitasking is? Multitasking.
I know.
Make several actions at the same time.
Yeah, doing many tasks. So many tasks, a lot of work at the same time. This is exactly accomplish two tasks, or let's say solve two problems. Okay, solve 2 problems by doing less work by 1 action. Okay, so this is when you have a problem and you actually solve it by doing only 1 task. Okay, I know it's hard to like come up with ideas right now. Okay, so for example, if you're traveling, when you're going to travel and you're meeting your parents, you go out one night with your parents and you run into your friends. So you say, you know what? When I was visiting my parents, I killed two birds with one stone. I met my parents and I met my friends all in the same night. Okay? So you accomplished more than you had to by doing 1 task. Okay?
Mhm.
All right? Is that clear? Now, what does it mean doing laps in a pool? So, Norbert, I'm so happy you understood this word laps because I know you were struggling with it, but it's absolutely right. So, what does it mean to do laps in a pool?
Go from one side to the other of the pool.
Exactly. So, when you swim from one side of the pool to the other and then you go back, that is called a lap. All right. So when you continuously do that action, you're swimming back and forth, back and forth. Swimming back and forth in a pool is called a lap. So 1 lap is going from one side to the other and then coming back. So it's not just 1 lap, 2 laps, 3 laps, 4 laps. This is a lap.
And it's also like in a car race.
Exactly. In a car race, when you have laps. So like when you go round and round in a track, once you complete it, that's 1 lap. Another time is another lap. But in swimming, the lap is going to, and then coming back. If you just go one way, what is that called? If you just go one way?
Forward.
Half lap. Okay? It's called half lap. So if you just go one way, that's half lap. If you go and you come back, that's a lap. Okay, it's basically this. We have units of measurements, right? So you swam 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters. Basically, it's the same thing. A lap is going and coming back. Okay, so in Hungary, there's a saying. What is it, Norbert? To kill two
To kill
flies.
2 flies, with 1 slap.
Just the same.
Exactly the same thing. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So to kill 2
Just
flies
we
with
don't
1
use these birds.
Yeah, you just
It's
yeah.
like,
Yes.
And you don't use stone, you use slap. All right. So basically, if you understand this, then in English it means exactly the same thing. All right. So to fix 2 problems by doing 1 solution. Okay, it means exactly the same thing. A lot of people who work in offices, they use this. They're like, oh man, I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I finished this report and I made my boss happy. Okay. So. Okay, but when you are doing many things at the same time, like the example that Judith gave, where she's photocopying and she's making a call, that's called multitasking. That is doing a lot of jobs at the same time. Okay, a lot of mothers multitask. They're cooking and taking care of their kids, and they're on the phone and they're yelling at the husband, so they're multitasking. Okay, all right. So let's see. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Raphael, and thank you, Norbert. Who would like to go next with the reading and the writing?
I want to read.
Okay, no other languages, guys. Betty, no other languages. English. Write in English. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So, sorry. Furkan would like to read. Perfect. Furkan is going to read. Right. Furkan, did you write? You didn't write, Furkan. You can't read again. You have to write.
Read. I want to read my document.
Okay, you want to read your document. Okay, that's fine. So Furkan is going to read his document, and who would like to write?
Then I will try.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Judith is going to write again, and Furkan is going to read to Judith. Furkan, you have document 8, correct?
Yes, it's true.
Okay, you have document 8. So can you read the second one to Judith from document 8? Because in the last class we already read phrase 1. Can you read the second one to Judith? So number 2.
Okay. Are you ready, Judith?
Yes, I am.
I read it. After the accident, my bike was all jacked up.
Jacked.
Jacked up. The gears were no longer working and my handle bars were crooked.
That's okay. So yeah, Furkan, Judith wants you to repeat it again or say it slower. So take your time.
Yes.
Of course, of course. After the accident, my bike was all jacked up. The gears were no longer working and my handle bars were crooked.
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 And the gears were no more working and...
Yeah. Go ahead, Furkan.
Working and my handle bars were crooked.
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 Crooked. Crook? Crooked. Yeah.
Crooked.
Yes. Crooked, yes.
That's right.
Okay. My handle.
Judith, can you write it?
Yeah, she's writing it.
But will you repeat the expression, my handle?
Bars.
Bars.
Were.
Crooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. If you're not getting the right spelling, it's okay. We're going to work on that. All right. Okay. So Furkan, do you want to repeat it one more time, and then if Judith wants to change anything, she can, and then we'll take it all up. Go ahead. So Furkan, repeat it one last time.
Okay. After the accident, my bike was all jacked up. The gears, sorry. The gears were no longer working and my handlebars were crooked.
Okay. Judith, are you comfortable? Do you want to make any grammatical or punctuation changes before we take it up?
I guess that's all.
Okay. All right. So perfect. So Furkan, your pronunciation is pretty good. Just gears. Don't say jeers. All right. If you say jeers, then you're making a J sound. Okay. Gears. So this is gears. This is G.
Gears. Is it true?
Yeah. It's gears. It's so g. What do you mean? Is it true?
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so gears. Perfect. So this is actually really well done, Judith. After the accident, my bike was all jacked up. The gears were no longer working, and my handlebars. This is basically bars. Okay. Yeah. And my handlebars were crooked. Crooked, your spelling is almost perfect. It's crooked. What does crooked mean? What does crooked mean, guys? Okay, this is crooked. Okay, so for example, when you say my fingers are crooked, it means they're bent. They're not on a good shape. So if somebody's handlebars, you know what handlebars are? When you ride a bike, you hold the bars like this. So those are called handlebars. To handle is to hold. So the handlebars are what you use to ride a bike. So if your bike gets into an accident, then the handlebars become crooked, so they become bent. So to bend, all right? Or to be bent, okay? So not to be straight. So for example, your fingers can be crooked as well. Does everybody know what arthritis is? Arthritis, okay? A lot of older people have arthritis, which means that the bones in their hands, they become weak. All right, so they cannot write anymore. They have a lot of pain in their fingers and in their wrists. All right, that condition is called arthritis. So if you have very, very bad arthritis, then your fingers become crooked. So like your fingers become like this, and you cannot use them anymore. Okay, so that's where crooked basically means bent and not straight. All right, so our phrase is, after the accident, my bike was all jacked up, the gears were no longer working, and my handlebars were crooked. So our idiom, That's our idiom. What is it? What do you
Okay.
think? So basically, reading this statement, what do you think it means? To be jacked up.
It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, to be messed up. Okay, to not work properly. To not work properly. Okay. Now, to be jacked up, depending on the situation, it can mean different things. Has anybody ever heard this phrase in a different context? To be jacked up.
No.
Have you? No? Okay. In North America, to be jacked up, we use for men who have very big muscles and a big body, who work, who go to the gym a lot, okay?
Schwarzenegger.
Me.
Like, sorry, what did you say, Blanca?
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah. So how would you describe Arnold Schwarzenegger using this idiom?
He's
He is jacked.
He's jacked.
He is jacked. This is slang. Okay, this is not like formal English. Okay, he is jacked. Okay, so this is slang. Okay, so jacked up means when you are going to the gym to make your muscles. All right, so he's jacked up. All right, or he got jacked. Okay, so he got bigger. So this is slang. To be jacked for a man. Okay, you can use it for a woman as well, but I don't know any woman that would have so much muscle that you would describe her as being jacked. That's just like, I don't know if I've ever seen a woman who looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean? So but you could technically use it for a woman as well, but mostly it's for men. Oh my, like some of my friends, they find men who have muscles very attractive. So they'll be like, oh my God, like he's so jacked. Right? So, so to be jacked is to be very built, to be very muscular. This is a slang, all right? But in this situation, you wouldn't say I got into an accident and my bike got jacked. Like you wouldn't say my bike built its muscle. Right? So in this context, when you say I got into an accident and now my bike is all jacked up, in this context, it means that it's all messed up. But if you hear it for somebody, when you describe a person, you would never describe a person as jacked up. That would mean that he is messed up. All right? You wouldn't say that. When you describe a person as being jacked, then that person is very muscular, very big, has a lot of basically body mass. Okay? So it depends on context. For things that are jacked are messed up. People who are jacked are built. Okay? To be built. This is another way of saying to be muscular. Okay, so if you hear, oh, he's really built, that means he or she, they're really muscular. Okay, jacked is like just you're on steroids. That's how big you are. Okay. All right. So perfect. Thank you so much, Judith and Furkan. Now we only have time for one more. Who would like to read and who would like to write? Last time. Who has not read yet?
Me.
Blanc. Okay. Oh, Judith actually hasn't read. I know. Judith hasn't read. So Judith, we will get you to read. And Raphael.
I want.
Oh, Furkan, you want to write?
Yes, I want to write.
Okay. So Judith, you are. So we're basically switching it the other way. So Judith, you are now going to read the first one from your document to Furkan.
Okay.
So Judith has document 5.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. That was a real steal. I got. That was a real steal. I got a new iPod and a
we. It's pronounced we, yeah.
And the V for $200. So I repeat it again. That was a real steal. I got a new iPod and a V for $200.
Perfect. Your pronunciation is very clear, Judith.
Thank you.
Okay, so Furkan, whenever you're ready or whenever you're comfortable.
Actually, can you repeat it, please?
Okay, yes, sure. That was a real steal. I got a new iPod and a Wii for $200.
Okay, so you got that right, Furkan. It's just that your statement was written twice. Okay,
I don't know, but
that's okay. Don't worry.
I
Don't worry
don't
about it.
understand.
Okay, that's okay. You actually wrote it correctly. All right. So thank you.
I didn't.
Yeah. So that was a real steal. Okay. Full stop. I got a new iPod. So you understood that, a new iPod and a Wii. Does everybody know what a Wii is?
Yes.
4. Okay, 4. So this is not, we're not talking MSN. Okay, when someone says 4, all right, do not write it as 4. Okay, this is not MSN, not MSN. This is English.
I am sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, that was a real steal. I got a new iPod and a Wii for $200. Now, $200 is written like this, but you actually write it like that. All right. So when you see a dollar sign, you do not say, I got a new iPod and a Wii for $200. No, you say, I got a new iPod and a Wii for $200. Okay. So this is, you would say as $200. Okay. How would you say this? How would you say this?
$1.
$1. Perfect. How would you say this?
$1.
How would you say this?
$10.
$10. Perfect. So $1 is singular. One is one number. Anything over $1 will always be dollars. Okay, because it's more than one. One is singular. More than one is plural. So $200. So when Judith said, I got a new iPod and a Wii for $200, even though this is what she said, this is how you would write it. Okay? All right? So dollar sign and then 200. So you put the dollar. So it's the same thing as a euro. So 4 euros. 4 euros. What's the euro sign? So you have the symbol and then you put the number 4. I actually don't have the euro symbol on my keyboard, but basically you have
E.
Yeah, so you have symbol and then 4, right? Exactly. So E. So you would. So it's the same concept. Like you don't put the euro sign after, right? You put it before. And Command B. There we go. So you don't say you don't put it like 4 euro. You put it like euro and then you put the 4 after it. Okay. The same thing with dollars. All right. So $200. Perfect. So that was a real steal. So what is a real steal? That is our idiom here.
Very cheap.
Yeah, exactly. When something is very cheap. Okay? So you guys know what you know what a Wii is, right? So you guys know what a Wii is, right? Okay. Yeah, exactly. It's like what's it called? PlayStation or Kinect and all that stuff. So if you get an iPod and a Wii for $200, and that's really, really cheap, right? So a good bargain. Perfect. So am I just saying a good bargain or a good bargain? So to get a good price. Okay? So that is what it means to be a real steal. For example, if you go to the supermarket and I don't know, what's a really, really expensive brand of clothing in Hungary, Norbert? What's a really, really expensive like clothing store where you buy clothes from? Very expensive. What's it called in Hungary?
New Yorker.
New Yorker? Okay. So if you go to the New Yorker and you find a jacket and it's for 20 euros. Is that a good price?
20 euros.
Yeah.
Say in dollar, maybe.
Okay, $20. So
yeah, that's
a real steal.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
In New Yorker, yes.
Yeah. So for example, if the New Yorker is a very expensive store, like nothing is less than $200, everything is $200 or $300, and you go there and they have a sale, a very big sale and you buy a jacket for $20 or $30, it's like, oh my god, this is such a steal. Everything is for $300 and I just got something for $30 that is really good quality that I wanted. That is a real steal. Okay?
Okay.
All right? You guys understand? Okay, so this is actually the end of the hour. What did you guys think? Did you guys have fun? Did you like the class? Are you
Yeah,
bored?
it was fun.
It was fun?
It was
All right.
was great.
That's good. Yeah, I'm sorry not everybody got it. Like, this class is a little bit slower just because I want everybody to have an opportunity to have enough time to read and write. But you guys are more than welcome to give me feedback about this class on Facebook or on Verbling. I do this class once a week, so it's always in 2 hours. All right. Thank you, Raphael. It was really nice to have you guys join me. I hope you'll join me again. No, I don't have classes tomorrow. This is my last class, and it's the weekend. Alright, so I want
Have
you
a
guys.
nice weekend then.
Thank you. I actually wanted to say, if you guys can please leave me suggestions or tell me what you want me to schedule classes on for next week. So I schedule classes for the following week over the weekends. So if you guys want to class on something specific, then definitely go on my Facebook and tell me, and I'll schedule that class for next week. All right. So for right now, I'm out. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. Okay?
You too, Hina. See ya.
Okay.